The atmosphere of the planet wraps its blanket of protection over the land and seas. Cloud cover can help blanket the land with protection from the cold night air of the open space environment. Humans have long recognized the importance of blankets and other coverings for our comfort and protection. Clothes and other articles can protect us from the harsh sun or the ruthless cold. When we use mulches, we are often endeavoring to protect the soil biological life by wrapping in a protective blanket of mulch. We can use fully synthetic materials such as plastic mulches. We can use mineral materials such as crushed rocks, such as decomposed granite. Or we can use natural organic materials such as these wood chips. We can also use a combination of these materials. We can use the mineral materials on the pathways for firm footing and drainage, as well as a clean, crisp appearance it can give if properly applied. And we can use the organic materials on the areas where the growing plants are. This will help the biological life of the soil in such a way that your soil will become continually better, richer, more productive, and easier to manage. Mulch can do many of the things that a ground cover of living plants can do. It can hold the soil together and resist erosion. Without living plants, as a green mulch or a natural organic ground cover, soil is likely to lose its humus levels and soil biological life and will become dry, cracked, barren, and essentially lifeless. This is soil under the forest canopy. This is how nature regulates the environment in the great carbon cycle, taking carbon from the air, sequestering it in the forest biomass, and dropping leaves and twigs, most of which will be taken into the soil, increasing the carbon content of the soil and its accompanying soil life. Giant trees such as these can live on very little from the soil mineral base. Trees tend to take in and use as their building blocks carbon, which they take from the air and sequester away inside their huge bodies, putting tens of tons of it into their biomass and dropping much off into the soil, allowing the tree to grow better and leaving carbon in the soil that, if undisturbed, can remain for thousands of years, gradually increasing the tilth and fertility of the soil by adding this most important and rather rare atmospheric gas. Just as trees and growing plants can help protect the soil by extending a protective blanket over the ground, so too should any recently worked soil be covered immediately. Otherwise, the raindrops themselves could become little pounding pounders that hammer and spear the ground, causing the soil to break apart, flinging fungal particles about and destroying the tilth of the soil. A good and heavy mulch can also help protect soil from wind erosion. And a soil that's been continually mulched with organic materials tends to flocculate. It will be aired out and spongy, making it easier for roots to extend their reach. It also makes it easier for you to totally pull out the weeds, even the ones with big, healthy root systems. Just rip them out by the roots. There are many types of organic mulches one can use. There are rough wood chips that might be free and delivered on request from local tree trimming crews. There might be organic mulches you can buy from a feed store, such as this oat straw, pasture grass, oat hay, and alfalfa hay. You might find piles of leaves or pine needles you can use. Most things are fine if they're from a true organic source. Some folks say that pine needles make their soil acidic, but I think if you have a living soil, there's no need to worry about this. Just do not use walnut leaves. Their leaves are bad for most vegetable plants. I used to use wood chips by the ton, but for my fancy and very party vegetable garden, I like the refined beauty of wood shavings. 4 bales a year works fine for almost 1,000 square feet. I think the trick is to use what works for you and your circumstances. Personally, I like the wood shavings in the vegetable garden because it makes it very easy to see all the plants, friend or foe. The soil is very much protected. Soil temperatures, moisture levels, and pH levels are well regulated by the soil itself. The wood shavings are easy to spread, easy to keep some on hand and use when and where I need some. I can also easily plant large seeded plants or things like these potatoes right through the mulch. I can also easily see weeds growing through. For me, mulch makes it easy. Mulch away, my friend, until we meet again. Like and subscribe for more.